You at 12. Ward 8 Councilmember Trayon White has pled not guilty after being accused of bribery by federal prosecutors. This is video of Trayon White leaving D.C. federal court about 3 hours ago. There's a lot at stake for White and for the residents of Ward 8 because under D.C. code, a person convicted of a felony while in office is disqualified from being a member of the council. Our Rafael Sanchez Cruz has been following this case every step of the way. He was inside the courtroom. He joins us live outside of district court right now with new details on this case. Rafa, get us up to speed.
Yeah, Larry, today we learned in court that Councilmember Trayon White just last week rejected a plea deal from federal prosecutors. His defense lawyer refused to get into the details about what was in that plea deal. Now, today, surrounded by supporters, Trayon White left federal court this afternoon saying God is good. Federal prosecutors accused White of agreeing to accept $156,000 in bribes to pressure city agencies to extend contracts for one of his associates. Now, court documents say that those contracts were worth more than $5 million and were dedicated for violence intervention work here in D.C. Now, those court documents also say that the informant who worked with the FBI recorded White accepting envelopes with cash totaling $35,000. Now, because there's so much evidence in this case, the judge agreed that White can return to court in 60 days so they can discuss a start date for his trial. Prosecutors are pushing to start this trial by April of next year. Now, a trial sometime next year means that White will be able to continue his bid for his re-election. Today is also the deadline to remove his name from the ballot, but his campaign manager tells us they're moving forward in full force.
Trayon White name is on the ballot. We will continue to be in the community as always to continue and further this work. We should not let this divide us. The organizations do a lot of good work over in Ward 8, and the people are going to need their council member to continue to show up and do the work. And that's why he's continuing his run, and we're going to be out there campaigning. We'll see you out there, Ward 8. Make sure y'all get out and vote.
Now, if found guilty, Councilmember Trayon White faces up to 15 years behind bars. He's due back here in court on November 13th. On that day, we'll have a better idea of when that trial could start, Larry.
Well, he's certainly not saying a lot about the allegations, but of course, the voters of Ward 8 certainly deserve answers in this case. Rafael, any word if Councilmember White plans to be there when D.C. Council returns from recess this upcoming Monday?
Yeah, he says he will definitely be there, but we also want to remind viewers that Chairman Mendelson says he plans to remove Trayon White from his position as the chair of the Committee on Recreation, Libraries, and Youth Affairs, a role that was included in this bribery case. I'm live outside of court. I'm Rafael Sanchez Cruz, WUSA 9.
All right, and to be very clear, Councilmember Trayon White is innocent until proven guilty. Rafael, thank you so much. Streaming right now on WUSA 9 Plus, we have a special report breaking down the case against Trayon White, along with community reaction to his arrest, and a look at where Ward 8 goes from here. WUSA 9 Plus is live and local on Roku, Fire TV, and most streaming devices.